for Love or Money is brought to you by Valvoline Motor Oil, best thing going for any car. And by Fram Filters for cleaner, better engine performance.
Technical inspection for the National Hot Rod Association's World Finals at Dallas International Motor Speedway. These drag racing machines have come from every corner of North America. Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, to Metairie, Louisiana. More than 10,000 contestants entered the NHRA's World Championship Series at the start of the 1970 season. Only 350 earned enough points to win an invitation. The entry list is a slice of drag racing life rich with the nuggets of character and color that give the sport its unique flavor. Stock 55 Chevys, double Hemi-powered rail jobs, odds-on favorites, and guys who don't stand a chance. Ma and pa hobbyists and highly organized, well-financed professional teams. At stake, $235,000 in prize money. The Plymouth factory team of Sox and Martin, manager Buddy Martin and driver Ronnie Sox, brings one of the most incredible records in all motorsport to the World Finals, literally winning everything in sight. Every major pro stock class championship at least once, 9 in all, and 95% of their races since 1965. To top it off, they've never lost at Dallas. In drag racing, there's nobody heavier than Sox and Martin. But there's far more to the business of being a winner than just winning races.
We have a lot of experimenting and testing and things like that we have to do for the factory that a lot of other people it's just handed to them because we did it first and worked it out and made it work.
A typical workday for Ronnie Sox. No crowd, no cheers, nobody in the other lane. Just run after run. Performance testing dozens of carburetor manifold combinations at a rented drag strip in Rockingham, North Carolina. This is only one aspect of the Sox and Martin business empire. A robust young giant growing almost as fast as Ronnie Sox flies through the quarter mile.
Well, when we started out in this, we had no idea it would come along as far as we did, to tell you the truth. And it was definitely a love of the sport is the reason that we got into it to start with.
The sprawling shop outside Burlington, North Carolina, turns out 25 fully prepared cars and 60 racing engines a year for Sox and Martin customers. A parts and speed equipment sales operation flourishes in the same building. It's also home base for Jake King, mechanical wizard of the team, who devotes his time exclusively to Sox and Martin race cars. One element of the Sox and Martin success formula is obvious. A winner makes money, and money helps to keep you winning. But that's only half the equation.
I think money can help produce a winner, but at the same time, I think you've got to have something more than just money. I think you've got to definitely have the desire to do it and want to do it.
Wanting to do it is one of the forces that gives drag racing its enormous vitality. Every contestant at Dallas wants to be here. In fact, if the total prize money was $1.85, they'd probably still have to hold a qualifying round. Sex or age doesn't matter. Those who are into it give it a fierce and apparently endless loyalty.
About 2 years. About 5 years.
8 years.
About 10 years.
About 12 years.
Ever since I can remember, my father raced.
Some people claim it's because drag racing is physically addictive. Take a racer away from the sport and his body goes through withdrawal symptoms. Clean air without the smell of burning rubber will shorten his breath. Lack of hydrazine fumes will cause his vision to fade. And the worst enemy of all drag racers, silence, will ruin his hearing. Everyone at Dallas has his own special reason for being here and being involved in drag racing. But no matter what they say, they're all talking about the same thing.
Fast cars. people. Sound of the cars. I hope to win. Oh, it's noisy and rowdy and...
I'd just like to go fast. A politician with drag racing's eclectic magnetism would never lose an election. Its Something for Everyone appeal features more than 100 different kinds of cars. Sox and Martin race in the Pro Stock class, highly modified American cars manufactured since 1968. After a Pro Stock machine is prepared for racing, only the steel body shell and engine block remain from the original car. Mechanic Jake King must blueprint the engine and top it with 2 4-barrel carburetors to boost horsepower, beef up suspension and transmission, and replace hood, deck, and fenders with lightweight components. These cars are capable of covering the quarter mile in less than 10 seconds. The Sox and Martin team races 2 of them, a Duster driven by Herb McCandless and Ronnie Sock's Barracuda. In addition to Pro Stock, there are 3 other professional racing classes at the World Finals. Fuel Dragster. They're supercharged, burn nitromethane, develop 1,500 horsepower, and blast through the quarter in less than 7 seconds. Gas Dragster. Most with twin engines. These are the gas-powered cousins of the Fuelers. Funny Car. The name given to the fuel-burning, plastic-bodied Frankensteins of the sport. The non-professionals are in the sports racing category, which includes competition, modified, super stock, and stock classes. These machines and the people who race them are the flesh and blood of drag racing.
Well, I think the non-professional drag racer has got to be one of the most dedicated persons to this type, any type sport, because if you just look around the pits and see the time and effort they put in this equipment and all the expense they go to traveling thousands of miles to get here, just for that one crack at the title, I think they're definitely a dedicated bunch.
From the slowest stocker to the wildest AA altered, they all feel the same. Dedication can't be measured in dollars and cents, but it's a start.
I have a 63 Plymouth 426 wedge. Cost me $2,000.
Oh, about $5,000.
About $10,000.
13 grand maybe.
Probably 20.
You're looking at around $30,000.
$32,000, $33,000 in the total car.
More than likely would have blown it on something else anyhow. Not very many will make all their money back.
You get enough to kind of pay expenses as you go.
It gives us extra spending money when we win.
No, I've never won. Someday I hope to win a big meet, get it back.
But not without help. Whole families are pit crews. In fact, most of the non-professionals and many of the pros couldn't get off the line without their wives. Female involvement in drag racing produces a romantic triangle that would make Sigmund Freud lie down on his own couch. A passionate love affair between man and machine, aided and abetted by his wife.
I love it.
I take out the spark plugs, drain the water, little things.
I love it. I help clean parts and assemble engines and stuff like that also. I love it. That's what my husband wants to do, and if that makes him happy, then I'm happy.
They do it for love, and they do it for money. But most do it for love. spend a ton of cash, and even more hours just to roar down a quarter-mile strip of asphalt faster than the other guy. At Dallas, there are 350 entrants and room for only 128 cars in the finals. Divisional champions like Ronnie Sox and his Barracuda, or Assassination, a funny car driven by John Decker, are guaranteed a place. Everyone else must qualify. Let it all hang out today so you can do it again tomorrow. 1/1000th of a second can decide whether you're in the race or hauling your car 3,000 lonely miles toward home.
All right, here we have the old trapper. He's from Shorewood Park, Alberta, Canada. Albert Branham, the driver. The 1970 Barracuda.
This is the World Finals. 16 cars in each of 8 classes race until only one in each class remains unbeaten, the world champion. Every race is the big one. If you lose, it's a long wait till next time. And in drag racing, defeat can come to winners as well as losers. An early round victory is worth exactly nothing if a sick engine, a broken transmission, or an accident keeps you from continuing.
The car, I believe, went over the guardrail, investigators or crews or what have you, let the emergency crew do their job. So Love won the race, but lost the war. We just received word that the driver is out. Marshall Love is out of the car and walking around.
It's funny car time, ladies and gentlemen. The plastic-bodied replicas of Detroit Iron. Some 1,500 horsepower available to the drivers. Moving out into the breach area, John Decker from Denver, Colorado. Decker driving a Plymouth. His opponent, Houston Platt from Atlanta, Georgia. Platt driving a Ford. So it's Ford versus Chrysler in this one. They move Ford to the starting line.
Try and wait for the smoke to clear so you can see where you're going. And you're thinking about a lot of things, you know, how to stage and how many RPMs, watching the oil pressure and trying to figure the best place in the track, and just a lot of things to think about. Everything happens pretty fast. Most of it is reflex and reaction more than, you know, thinking it out. You've got to know when to shift the car and if it's hooking up or getting loose on you and you know, keep it straight. But a lot of things happen and later they tell you that the car went a little sideways and you don't even remember because it's just, you know, natural.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving out of the staging lanes, the popular Ronnie Sox. Ronnie Sox was the Southeast Division champion.
Someone pulls up beside of you, see this red, white, and blue car, you know they're going to take a shot at the lights, and so you've got to be on the ball on the lights yourself.
In every drag race, the red light means the same thing. You left too soon. you lose. A complicated handicap starting system is used by the non-professional classes. Here's how it works. If the national record for your type of car is 2 seconds more than the national record for your opponent's type car, then you get a 2-second head start. In the modified final, Carol Caudle's 55 Chevy is allowed to leave more than 3.5 seconds before Dave Armbruster's B dragster. Armbruster can't catch Caudle, but it wouldn't matter if he did. Jeg Coughlin's injected A funny car faces hometown hero Ben Griffin's powerful A fuel dragster in the competition final. Griffin comes from behind to win in record time, 7.41.
Right now, 20 car time. It will be Gene Snow, Graham Buncher, up against Diamond Jim Annan, Mike Snively's running car.
Two pistons blow on Snow's fire red rambunctious, but he wins anyway, as Snively red lights. In one of the pro stock semifinals, Ronnie Sox faces Jim Hayter's 9-second Camaro. Sox outpulls Hayter through the high end and continues his steady march toward the World Championship. The Top Gas Eliminator Final is a dream race. Jack Jones, holder of the brand new Top Gas national record, 7.14, established in qualifying, opposes Kansan Ray Mose, the man who only a month before made the fastest run ever on gas, 7.08. It's Motes all the way, as one of Jones' twin engines fails because of a broken magneto. After frenetically replacing the two pistons he lost in the semifinal, Gene Snow is back in the final to face Mr. Ed, a Barracuda-bodied machine driven by Ed McCullough. Mr. Ed's two-speed refuses to shift, and Snow wins it with a 7.03. In the top fuel final, it's Californian Ronnie Martin versus Kansas John Wiebe. In these final runs, a driver faces many enemies. His opponent, the lights, the track, and still another, himself. The psychological pressure is enormous. To fight it, a man needs more than just razor-sharp reflexes. He must think like a winner. Ronnie Martin wins by inches.
What I usually try to do is I usually try to keep stirring around and get off to myself. I got a little habits like checking the tire pressure and make sure the tire pressure is right, because if these tires get off maybe 1 pound from side to side, it will make the car weave a little bit when you drop the hammer. Keep myself busy and try to keep myself pumped up where I can keep my concentration high. I've got to really concentrate on this, because the lack of concentration on that Christmas tree is the worst thing that can happen to you.
Ronnie Sox beats Arlen Banke by 6/100ths of a second. Ronnie Sox, NHRA Pro Stock World Champion.
He's fantastic, really. You just put him up against anyone, and he comes out on top.
for Love or Money has been brought to you by Valvoline Motor Oil, best thing going for any car. And by Champion. 20 million people have switched to Champion spark plugs.